So I'm kind of pretty close, but I thought of something I could maybe create a dialogue about. And what that is just the very fact that this day and age, you just need put your data out there. So like personal private information, PPI, I guess is the industry term, right? Yeah, essentially to function in today's society, you need to have.
2020 vision, that is.
Sorry about that. You need to have some form of content about yourself, like either on Facebook, Instagram. What other platforms are based around the fact that they use your profile and your personal data to create an online presence, right? There's so many. And beyond just the typical Facebook and Instagram profiles, there's also like ones for different purposes or use cases. Like if you're dating, obviously you have to create an online profile where you share very intimate information about yourself. Even apps, they're all mobile apps, but they also have like a web-based platform to sort of supplement the mobile app. But there's Tinder, there's Coffee Meets Bagel. That was actually very popular when I was in Seattle, as well as when I was in San Francisco. I've gone to both sort of like tech hub areas due to the nature of my work. Before and after my current employer, is just like the industry I really cater to, right? Or it is the industry I work in. So yeah. Anyway, the apps really vary, and they all serve different purposes and serve different demographics, right? But yeah, there's different apps for different use cases. All of them essentially as a requirement, you need to just share information that can. Honestly, there's some risk that's inherent to that whole process, right? When you share all that personal information, you never know how it can be used later on, or if your data will be used by some large corporation or even another individual who's has some sort of malicious intent when it comes to your personal well-being. But obviously the corporate use case would be just to create more targeted ads and just really push more products in order to generate more revenue for themselves. But there is still just risk in general, and creating these online profiles. But what I want to say, and what I keep straying away from, is the fact that in our society today, it is necessary for you to have some form of online presence. You are considered what would be the term? I can't think of it now, but you would be considered weird, or it would be abnormal for you to not have something, right? People aren't gonna outright share their personal cell phone number or contact information with you before sort of vetting you. I think that's the thing. They're vetting you, right, to see what kind of person you are, or if they even want to continue any sort of relationship with you, whether the relationship be personal or professional in nature, right? Oh yeah, so LinkedIn, once again, another platform where people can sort of filter the network of people that they want to interact with. And because people want that sort of digital barrier, right? Because you never know people's intent until after the fact. People are just a lot more hesitant, less trusting in general, and the apps do serve a purpose in that they create that digital sort of barrier. And so that's why it's just required that you have something, right? From a professional standpoint, there's obviously LinkedIn, like I said. From a sort of just social standpoint, I guess there's Instagram, Facebook, a myriad of others. From a dating perspective, there's Tinder, Coffee Meets Bagel, and so many flavors or variations similar to those popular ones. And they're either mobile or web-based, but either way, they require you have a picture of yourself, some sort of background information, your name, where you're from, your school, things that are ways of identifying you, and things that people could easily replicate to steal your identity in some way or another. And yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's just something that, I mean, obviously it's 2020 now, right? This is the norm for quite a while now, but the fact that there are people like being born today that are growing up with that being just the norm, right? Where you just have online presence, and then some people even have online presence before they're born because their parents put pictures of them on their own social media, and it's essentially them. But yeah, it's an interesting dialogue that's happening, and I've heard numerous sort of debates going on NPR and things like that. But yeah, I don't personally have any sort of solution. It was just more like making it known that this is a thing, I guess. But yeah, I'll try to think of other content to talk about tomorrow. I'm kind of close, to be honest, with today, but I mean, in general, I think everyone should be creating some form of content. That's why I'm not even hesitant to, create YouTube content. It'll probably come back to me in some way or another, but what doesn't these days? Yeah, and I think that's the mindset most millennials have anyway. All of these corporations have their data anyway, which is very sort of complacent and very nihilistic to somewhat. But yeah, all right, I think that's it.